Hi, everybody. Welcome to our weekly check-in and connection here at St. Peter's, Ocean City. It's great that you joined us for a few moments during your busy day today. Maybe you're off to the beach. It's been beautiful weather. Or maybe you're at work or traveling. It's great to be together and to celebrate all that God is doing. You know, this past Sunday was our very first in-person worship experience outside in the parking lot. Had about 100 people gather. It was a great time of worship, giving God the glory, and getting to share in the worship experience together. And so we'll be doing that weekly, and you'll be able to join us on this coming Sunday, 8 a.m. in the parking lot. Don't forget to bring your own chair, and don't forget to bring your mask. And we'll be worshiping God together and working through our summer worship theme, Trim the Sails. Trimming the sails is that act of shifting the sails to catch the wind when it changes direction. In these days, certainly, there's lots of change. And so we are going to voyage where the Spirit leads in worship and in all that we do this summer here at St. Peter's. This coming Sunday also kicks off our summer Bible study discussion based on the book, DVD, and workbook for Bob Goff's Everybody Always, a wonderful and inspiring journey through loving as Christ has called us to love. Loving everybody always. Loving our neighbor as ourselves. Loving even those who maybe we had counted as an enemy. And so join us through these Zoom discussion. They happen on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. They happen on Monday at 7:30 p.m. I'm doing both of those. And then on Wednesday at 11 a.m., Brittany will be leading a group. Everybody always. You can connect with the church office to pick up one of the workbooks, and we'll be launching that this coming Sunday. We also have VBS upcoming in August. And so now is the time to begin thinking about, and praying for all of our children and all of our leaders here at St. Peter's to have a wonderful VBS. This year it's called Making Waves. Great theme for us here at St. Peter's, the Making Waves Church. All the info that you need to get started is on our website. So connect with us on the website and get registered for VBS. It's going to be a great, wonderful, Christ-centered experience. I want to move to our devotional time now this day. We are working through this theme, Trim the Sails. So each week we are setting our hearts and our minds and our eyes on this voyage of faith that we're all together on. We typically call it a journey, but that's for people who travel over land. We're talking specifically about voyaging on this voyage of faith. This coming Sunday, the title of our sermon time is called Epic Voyage. And Jesus calls us to an epic voyage of faith. One of the most common things that Jesus does, he does it early, he does it often, he does it always. He says, "Follow me." And so our reading comes from John chapter 8, verse 12 today. Again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but have the light of life." This is a central theme in John's gospel. This theme of light and darkness, of blindness and seeing. So I'm going to ask you a question this morning as we share in this devotional time. Have you ever been lost? I mean, like really lost. Like you're driving and you don't know where you are. You're walking and you don't know where you are, or even you're sailing and you don't know where you are. I had an experience like that about 10 years ago. It wasn't sailing, thank goodness, because I would have been in even more trouble than I was in this particular story. I had gone to Nashville for church planting training, and they sent me out an hour and a half into a rural area of Tennessee in the Nashville area to a church plant on a Sunday morning to observe. This is 2010. I had an iPhone in my pocket, the very first generation of iPhone, and I didn't need a paper map anymore because all I had to do is look at the iPhone and use the app that gets me from place to place. Well, wouldn't you know that an hour into my journey, having followed the map on the iPhone, I got out into the middle of nowhere and the screen froze. It froze completely. I couldn't do anything with the iPhone at all. I didn't remember the lefts and the rights and the exits and the turns I had made to get to where I was going, nor did I know how to get the rest of the journey to the place where I needed to go. I was lost and stuck. It turned out I had to do it the old-fashioned way. I had to pull off to the side of the road and actually ask somebody how to get to the place I was needing to go. But being lost is a helpless feeling. Not knowing where you're going is a helpless feeling. It's at least some of what John has in mind as he talks about this light and this darkness, this blindness and this seeing. The scripture we have, whoever follows me will never walk in darkness but have the light of life, is what Jesus says. When we're in the dark, we cannot figure out which way to go. When we're in the dark, it's impossible to navigate. When we're in the dark, we are helpless. And so we look to Christ, the light of the world. We look to Christ, the one who calls us and says, "Follow me." When we take up that call and we follow, the promise is sure that we will not walk in darkness, we will not be lost, we will not be helpless, but we will have the light and the light of life.